Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to cs.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
I'll take that. Yes. Hells yes. Oh, armed and dangerous. Oh, hell yes.
Hellcase. Big update and new features in the case battles. Updated and convenient interface with new options. Up to 4 users can participate in one battle now. Create and customize your battles, any number and any type of cases. Choose the number of participants and invite your friends with a unique link. Watch the best drop and win everything. Don't miss epic battles on Hellcase.
A 0% win rate on Overpass for both North and MIBR coming into that series.
Not anymore.
The curse has been broken.
Yeah.
We've got North with a victory, folks, coming into the second map of the series. We are heading into Inferno, the choice of the Great Danes. And I don't know about you, Mo, but I wasn't the most impressed with what I've seen from MIBR here on Inferno this weekend.
Yeah, we've already seen a game where they look very honestly bad on Inferno. I can't remember. I think it was their CT side which was lacking, and it was their T side that almost started to get going, but then they still lost. I can't remember the team, but they still lost like 16-6-5 or something. Maybe they got a few more rounds. I don't know, but MIBR definitely looked like a shell of themselves. And on Inferno, there's no exceptions. Now, again, this is not a bad map pool for It's not a bad veto for them either. Overpass, Inferno, these are maps they should be good at, and they'll get trained as a third if it does go there. So there's still hope, I believe, but they lost their map pick. They weren't going to pick into Inferno, or they would have, and they've already seemed to be not so great. Whereas North, you know, they're a team that are sometimes the butt of the joke, but they did just win MIBR's Overpass. They looked totally competent on the CT side. They made that big comeback. They closed it out on the T side. You know, there were strong calls near the end of the round, near the end of the game, even though it looked a little bit shaky. So I feel like North, you know, definitely could take this 2-0, which would be, you know, pretty surprising.
It was a 16-4 loss to NRG on Inferno is what we watched.
I think they got like one round, maybe. I don't even know.
Yeah, it was, excuse me, it was 11-4 NRG's T side to start the game.
Oh, so they didn't get any rounds?
No.
Okay.
4 CT rounds and then 1 T round before losing.
That would be 5.
It is 5. I was wrong in first speaking.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Now I'm the liar. So
take turns.
Funny enough, we will have North on that T side. So where NRG succeeded in shutting down MIBR before they even had a chance, we shall see if they too can win convincingly. It's a 4-man setup on the A site for MIBR as they welcome North in. Don't knock, the door's open, but they don't actually head towards A. They give them the old bamboozler, the razzle-dazzle, and they'll head through CT spawn towards the B site, pinching onto Fallen, who will find himself alone. How do MIBR react? Well, they push all 4 of their players from A down mid to charge up through Banana, where AZ is going to duel off versus them. He gets just 1 kill, and Fallen from the back of construction, wow, he just snaps back. He got caught on the doorway, but still manages a kill. And it's a 4v2 for MIBR now.
Oh, they could try. They want to go back, but they can't because they have to cross.
Oh,
their
it's
USPs,
awkward.
yeah, open line of fire, Kirby. There's a lot of CTs that know where he is. You just got the bomb. Missed a couple of shots. He can't get that headshot, and he's probably just going to die.
Should. And will.
Someone has to die. So yeah, it's going to be him. The MIBR get the 4, so they just make sure it's not going to be an A retake. B is a little bit more retakeable. Run down mid, not a bad idea. AZ could have gone bananas, but only got 1.
Good call from MIBR in the sense that there was no hesitation at all. And if North were just quicker on hitting the B site, if they'd been able to overwhelm Fallen, then the bomb plant would have gone down with 4 CTs on a banana retake. Like, that wouldn't have been the end of the world.
Yeah.
But MIBR just that much faster. So they'll convert into the 4 MP9s, single M4. And the only thing North invests is a $200 expenditure, a flashbang for AZ. They do say a flashbang can make a world of difference.
Who says that?
I do.
It's a good saying.
Thank you. I also say, if you don't believe in yourself, how can anyone believe in you?
Yeah?
That's another one of my sayings.
Was that yours?
Yeah, you like that?
Not bad.
Thank you. No casualties as we hit the minute 10 mark, but we do have North getting closer towards apartments. Can't help but feel like this is going to be a slaughterhouse of a round. Mind you, if they can circumvent the arch presence, like the best thing right now would just be fly out apartments, I feel. You know, you just got to get past Phelps.
Yeah, they just don't know it.
Of course.
Oh, they're jumping up now. I don't know if it's heard. Oh, they're just going to fly out through two choke points at mid.
There we go. MP9's ripping the flesh from the bones. Taco seals the deal with his 3rd on the round, so making that money.
Yeah, making that money. 4 MP9s, so there's a high chance you run into one and they get 4 kills with the MP9s. 4 or 5 maybe. So nice stuff. MIBR, clean anti-eco. A lot of money made as well, on top of keeping their players alive. But they've got 4 MP9s versus a whole set of AKs right now. So either MIBR goes Supernova and win this round, make a ton of money once again, upgrade into some AKs, or they kind of lose this and we'll just have to try again next round in a 2-1 situation. North know what they're going up against, so what is the course of action? They're initially going to move out into alt. They're going to play it cool on banana and allow MIBR to just expel a lot of their utility. They know they've got a lot of money to spend on that since they didn't upgrade their guns. And how are they going to try to play against these SMGs? There's not really a better site to go to in this situation. Both can work. Halls can work, but Halls is kind of a place you would normally have a lot of SMGs if you did. I'm sure they're worried about everything. It's I think, for me, the most scary map to play anti-ecos on. The rotate is so long. Both sites are very nice to hold with pistols. You can play in the site and wind. So, not surprised that North haven't quite yet made a decision. And they're just making sure that MIBR are not doing anything aggressive.
Cheeky jumping shoulder peek.
The faster they get these smokes out, the better. So they've cleared top banana. 1 smoke will come out of the B site. They know there could be up to 5 depending on what kind of stack it is, but this time it's only going to be 2. And they are grouped up now. They really want to make sure they have time to exec. So there might be a situation that the refresh comes out. That's 2 smokes. You're going down to 15 seconds here. It's getting scary for North.
They'll have 3 smokes and a Molotov on the execution of their own. Fallen starting to float closer towards the CT spawn. Through the Molotov, they'll have to charge. Or not. They're actually going to just buy more time. Now, the MP9 comes up empty-handed. Fallen sprays away to no avail. He'll deal some damage, sure, but doesn't actually catch a kill. And then, Cadian, who gets aggressive, has found him. So it's a clean sweep into the B site, despite waiting to the last 15 seconds.
They had to. MIBR played it really well. They held on to their utility. They refreshed the smokes without any tells. North cut noise completely. They just refreshed the smoke because they were worried. They didn't hear any noise today. They said, okay, screw it. Let's just take a risk here. I mean, it's not much of a risk, $300. They've got to use it at some point. And then they even have the Molotov at the end, which is a nice touch. I think North had maintained or kept 1 smoke, retained 1 smoke at least, so they used that for the Molotov later on. And the MP9 from the boost didn't get a kill. That's kind of 50-50 from that spot. And even if you only got 1, North could still get in the site. So it comes down to the last few seconds, but you could see North were just trying to get in as soon as they could safely, and they did so. They keep 4 AKs, And as for MIBR, well, they don't recover. There was only one AK to recover, so Phelps is going to hold on to the MP9 because there wasn't a better gun to upgrade into. MIBR will now move into round 4. They'll get much better guns, an Op on Fallen, a couple of AUGs. Taco yet to buy, potentially. Or yet to pick up his gun, I suppose. And it is an AK. An AK recovered from last round, of course. AZ has a SIG.
That's 3 early B. Fur here to support on the site. Fallen, first shot into AZ. Done. Coldzera, he's going to best Gade out here towards alt mid. That's a big one. You know, you've plucked a player off of the B site, you hit him on the opposite side of the map, and now MIBR can very contently fall back into just their bomb sites, which is something we criticized them for versus NRG yesterday, was that, you know, MIBR wouldn't be too adventurous. They wouldn't be adamant in getting aggressive, asserting map control for either information or kills, and just waiting for the 5-man hits. This time, they'll happily wait. 5 survivors for MIBR and a 3-1 lead on the CT side.
They actually had ideal spots to deal with and execute. They were boosted up on quad, they were boosted up on CT spawn over top of the smoke. They had an op back there at spools to see if he could potentially get a shot off, and he does. And there's not really a better position to be in if you're expecting a B execute like we just saw from North. So now North are back to the drawing board. They did win that 1 round. I don't think they'll have enough money to buy. No, they okay. Well, they kind of don't, but they still get one off. They've got 2 CZs, they've got a Galil, but it's not the worst case to be on such a low buy on the T side of Inferno. There's still many options you can implore. Unfortunately for them, some of that will be waiting because they can't exactly contest Banana fairly and still have a chance later in the round. Boost comes out early. Rotate's also out for MIBR, so they're looking a whole lot more sharp than I feel like they did on Overpass, honestly. CT side's making sense here. Definitely expect them to just be a little bit less timid. Fight for information a bit more. Really give us a game. There are too many players that they're not messing with Pit right now. Okay. Taco might move over. I don't know. Seems like teams are like shying away from playing Pit as much. But I think that's what makes the A side so hard. Okay, there it is. Taco moves in. And his T's encroach.
They are getting closer. Smoke's enveloping the balcony. Taco's still anticipating that flash first. Bounces back. Taco has actually allowed Balda to drop down, and Gade denies him the kill. Now Coldzera's just going to hide behind this box on site with Phelps one further. Smoke goes down. That's going to indicate that there's somebody here, so they have to clear it thoroughly. But do they anticipate Coldzera? 20 seconds. And North starting to move forward. They flood out of the pit, having not been peeked at all. Phelps activates and hides. He hides to buy time. There is only 10 seconds left here. They need to get this plant, and there's so many CTs on site. It's going to come down to this flurry of frags favoring MIBR. 6 seconds and the CTs collapse down onto them. And Fallen just needs to hide. He's got it. The round is theirs. MIBR win a 4th.
Oh, yeah, the op stolen at the end of the round. It's a really messy site. Exec, their own smoke pushed them off of it. There's one smoke that landed on the left side of the site that I feel like allowed Coldzera to stay alive for as long as he did. Never felt uncomfortable, never felt the need to peek. That was correct play apparently. And even though they get pick control with lots of time to work the site, they just don't do it. They just don't get across. They don't clear everything out. They don't make sure every nook and cranny is covered, and Coldzera can just sit and wait.
Almost felt like there was like a 15 to 20 second period there where North were expecting MIBR to do something. You know, they sat in pit, like you said, with so many numbers, but failed to activate and failed to get what they wanted, so it seems. They will still buy back. Full investment out of North nets them an AWP, an AK, and 3 CZs. There's some utility to boot. But it's a stalemate at the A site once more.
It was ultimately the rotates that did the biggest favor to MIBR. They had 4A early on. They had a good read on the situation. They performed the boost at B. They just went for information, and it paid off. So more plays like that. That's exactly what we want to see. It's now North with majority CZs. Last round they had majority AK, so stark contrast here. A lot less nades as well. Yeah, honestly, interesting to see them force, but I guess because they recovered the op at the end of the round, they wanted to.
Gonna try to run it back. Sit patiently once more. Now there's no deep position from Phelps. He's actually in the graveyard stairs. Taco's gonna try to reposition as the Molotovs fly forward. He is the first casualty. Valda's actually picked up 2 with the CZ, and Phelps can't manage the AUG. Yikes. A lot of damage to the 2 of 4 North players, but no real opening for Fer to really clamp down on.
Yeah, they've just got to save. Too many T's still alive on the A site, and it was an explosion. So much damage dealt. So we can see Valda and Kirby are both in the red, or close to it. But even with that, that's not enough. You know, they've got to get a kill apiece in that situation. They have 3 players there waiting. There's not really a problem with the way that MIBR was set up. They just simply couldn't frag. And North did a good job exploding. Like the way that they got onto the site was very convincing. And it was, again, a round where they had majority CZs, so performing way above their level in that specific round. And they'll come away with better guns at no cost. They did. It wasn't an eco, even though they had CZs. They did spend all their money, so they absolutely had to win that.
So basically, they'll come into this one. They've lost their grenades, and the 2 ZZ players with free AUGs. AUGs on the T side.
Free AUGs. Who wouldn't take a free AUG in this day and age? 2019.
Chumps, Mohan.
That's right. Losers.
Just the chumps.
Interesting. Interesting to see that round. It's going to have an impact on the game. It's going to make the game a lot closer, but it doesn't really tell MIBR much. They're like, wow, okay, we lost that, but yeah, all right, well, next time we'll get the kills. That's okay. It's unfortunate that they're in that situation. Now they're also in a position where they have a worse buy, less grenades, so on. But that doesn't necessarily mean they'll lose. Fallen still got an op, and he looks like he's going to try to get frisky for this kill. Saw the legs. A couple of boots across the screen. The reverse spam looks on point, but it doesn't hit the target. And North have both Banana and control, which is good. This will be a 3-2 side exec, either way. Fallen trying to bait there. Oh, he's going to boost and then leave, go back to A, but it might be too late.
Right.
Window of timing here. North could exec.
And we've praised those rotates and the success at the A site.
They're just taking their time.
Smoke's fading arch lane. Coldzera's amidst it, just outside the library. Tries to distract them so that Fallen can do this. Skewer them. He's gotten a man advantage, but there's so little for MIBR to still work with at the 35-second mark. It's going to be very much Taco alone in pit, and he is that one CZ player for the CTs. Valda just needs to maintain library. Don't let them out. But still, he can't handle Coldzera, so Coldzera's going to catch the head of Kierby, peeks out wide and dies. Taco activates in pit, dropping the bomb down. 15 seconds, and Taco upgrades into the AUG. Valda too far gone, and there we go. MIBR out of nowhere.
What were North going to do once they got into CP spawn? Were they going to try to split B because they cut all presence on Banana? What was the point in that?
It actually looked to me like it was never going to be the B bomb site, but rather an A split.
Yeah, I guess they were going to wrap around through library into hitting the A site, but they knew that, okay, well, yeah, if they do just go all the way around to library, then that's fine. We don't know exactly what would have happened because Fallen cut him off.
Yeah.
But they know that Fallen was just made his presence at B, and they exec on A at that same moment. So I feel like walking into CT is like walking into his territory. They like the smoke that they throw at the corner. That's basically to stop an opera from peeking. But they know Fallen can't be at Arch, so I feel like they could have just skipped that one, maybe adapted more to the situation at hand, put that smoke in CT. Fallen can't get the free kill. He has to rotate around to library. They can wrap onto the site, keep it simple, isolate the riflers where you know where they are, and then you have a much better round. But yeah, I guess MIBR go ahead and win that. And Fallen specifically made presence at B just to make it seem like he would be there.
I guess the alternative is, you know, you're smoking off that corner just to keep MIBR guessing, because if we go back to the pistol round of North, they did have a similar smoke and then ran 4 players through CT spawn towards B. But I mean, the real difference maker, no matter how you look at it, is Taco inside of the pit. CZ kill, dropping the bomb, upgrading into the AUG, and then just forcing North's hand. So it's good for the Brazilians in a prime position to bounce back from what looked like a bit of shakiness. You know, we've had back and forth rounds for the last 6 now. Or no, excuse me, there's a timed out win in the middle.
Easy kill here for coldzera. Falls back into pit, makes his job a whole lot easier once the T's come forward.
They are going to be very much forward. Inside of the bomb site they go. Phelps again can't get anything done from those graveyard stairs.
Yeah, it's like his favorite spot that's not working, huh?
Taco's been able to creep up, and we praised him for his play in the previous round. Let's see if he can do it yet again. There's the first one. Just drive-bys AZ. Kierbeat just gets hit by Fallen as he swaps over into the AK and retrieves himself a smoke. But Valda had the high ground.
That was nice.
Very well played. Gets eyes above the boxes, and even if Fallen tries to stick it, he just mows him down.
Yeah,
so
he was 2 steps ahead, right?
There we have it.
He just goes up top. He knows Fallen's going to try to make a play in that situation. Would have got a whole lot more hairy if that smoke went down. Fallen tapped the bomb. Could be anywhere, and Volley would be at the mercy of the middle box, which would cut off his vision on both sides. And so a nice heads-up play in that situation. But Phelps, like, falling apart in the A site, just simply needs to get kills, and that's what he's good at. So if he's going to play a position that you do have to be on point aim-wise. If you're going to play graveyard, you are hard to spam. Sometimes it's not worth it to spam you. You've got a couple of angles to play with. You do have some mobility, so it's not very claustrophobic. I think that's the appeal of it if you're a CT. But you've got to be very sharp because there's not anywhere for you to run. You can only use the left side of the doorway or peek over top. And then if you don't win your duel instantly and the T's get closer, then you get closed off very quickly. So mechanically speaking, if he's not feeling it right now, this maybe should be a spot that he doesn't think about playing next round, because he's creating the illusion for MIBR that they're overstacking the A site, but he's not contributing, so it's like they only have 2. And there's an eco here for MIBR. After that one, or steal one back.
Ooh, nice boost up and above. Kierbeat going to pick up those first 2 pieces. Now, coldzera was also there.
Oh, they don't get the gun and the oh, yeah, that was nice. Fallen goes ahead and snags it. It seems the bomb is just sitting here at top mid.
coldzera's been able to get into Boiler. He's very wary of being peeked from abs, but the time being, it's not the case.
Obviously, walk arch would be the best, which is someone just watching their flank. They don't know that coldzera has been put up in the halls. They also don't know if the other T's have left. What were you going to say?
I was going to say Cold's best case scenario here is if he finds contact versus Kierbeat first and foremost. Because Kierbeat looked alone, but he no longer is.
Oh, wow. That's unlucky.
Not the time to turn away.
Yeah. Maybe just not the time to turn away.
Now we're going to get that utility execution outwards. And obviously with MIBR having a Galil at the B site, they're done. Stick a fork in it. North are about to close that gap to a 5-4 score.
North land on their feet. They go ahead and now plant 20 seconds remaining. The 2 CTs will walk down to bottom B to see what's going on at the stairs. There's not much going on. And North are pulling back into the game. They did something similar on Overpass. MIBR started out strong. I think there was a contrast though. MIBR looked really good on a couple of these rounds that they won. They've got a small problem in Phelps not contributing on the A side. I think maybe 2 full rounds.
Yes.
Like 2 full rifle rounds could have been won if he got 1 more kill.
Woo! Hello, Fallen.
Okay.
Beautiful.
That's one hell of a save, isn't it?
Yeah. Just not giving him any money on the exits. And Valda, well, he will best him. Almost dies the bomb.
Goodness.
I mean, if Fallen kills Valda because of bomb explosion, then him dropping 4 is just magnificent.
That's one of the nastiest Galil 3Ks I've ever seen. Not a lot of competition, but
Yeah, I just sat here like soaking in my disdain for the Galil.
just thinking about all of the Galil 3Ks that you've ever witnessed. All 4 of them.
Can count them on one hand.
Half armor for everybody. A single kit here for MIBR. Just to give you an idea of how little money they do have now. Easy back on the SIG. Acadian only has a UMP. The C's are spread out quite nicely. They've got coverage. MIBR using this similar eco stack, except this time with guns. Solid positions. Phelps will take care of Boiler. And another thing is, yeah, maybe sometimes just changing a spot a little bit can change the whole thing. Like, he might be on point, but Graveyard's just not working for him.
I think that's fair to say, because if you think about the smokes that have been thrown out too, it's like it's towards default plant. Like, I'm not gonna try to protect Phelps. He has had really good chances at getting kills, but you know, if you're just not comfortable, shake up the pillow, turn it over.
Damn, so one player dying does feed into MIBR's hope that it is going to be an A hit. But North are working on B all the while. They're just taking a long time.
Yeah, the longer they take, the more MIBR become wary of this exact situation. Fallen has rotated over into B, and he's going to get himself on Coffin just as the T's start to execute in. Fantastic. First 2 frags with Fur and Fallen. Phelps will get AZ through smoke, and Valda, well, has nothing really to do with this A site other than grab some kills. The time not even there for him to rotate away, so MIBR get into that B site just in the nick of time.
Just in the nick of time, yeah. I mean, there's so much time left in the round. Like for North, we're like, whoa, North, okay, go for the execute right now. But they don't know that MIBR started the round out with 4 at A. In fact, I think it was only coldzera that showed himself under balcony, or not under balcony, under porch. And so you can see why they were kind of commonly trying to get into the site. Once they did, it was a little bit lackluster. Fur just swung out. He wasn't blind. He wasn't Molotov'd out. He just kind of walked out to create space for Fallen and then got a kill in transition. And North here have decided to force. There's been a lot of kind of just full buys, even if they aren't very substantial. Pushing the hold aggressively for a second. coldzera back on lane. Maybe some B presence that have pushed North into this play right now. But it looks like they've taken lane control, right? They're out boiler, or are they still in the halls? It's hard to tell.
Yeah, all still inside it.
Yeah.
Little conga line to get to the A site. Fallen. Going to be pressured. This is not the best spot for an op.
Those flashes are amazing. Oh my god.
Damn, AZ. He's just gotten 2 flash assists, and there's no response back. I mean, this is not the first time North have overwhelmed the A site using just these pistols.
Yeah, and they did it with 2 avenues right now. Last time they did it through halls. This time they do it through lane. Those are some of the sickest flashes ever. Fallen was, that's the spot that the Opera will always fall back to.
Yeah.
And just, it's also not easy to flash. It's also not easy to flash. You can't throw it high over mid.
Yeah.
You have to bounce it properly off the wall in front of default. So that, or you throw it kind of from porch to the left if you can get in that position, but that's not safe.
Right, it's not consistent.
Yeah, so, and you also need time to line that up. So I assume it was a bounce flash off the wall. It's like off the window, but yeah, just he was full blind. There's no chance.
This is another one of those rounds where it's like, if MIBR had won it, and obviously you can say this for the last time it happens, then they're going to be so much better off because of it. You know, they'd still have money, they'd still have their guns, and it's just pistols they're playing against. Not to mention, it's just one of those, you know, we call them pivot rounds, right? Like a complete 180 now. The narrative would have been so different if the score was 7-4 still with all of these weapons belonging to MIBR.
Damn, dude, Fallen is 15-5.
Really?
Yeah, that's pretty nuts. Like, it's only round 12. He's going off.
No, you're actually not lying.
Would I go on the internet and lie? Yeah, I would.
Yeah, you would.
There's not been a lot of action on Banana this game, but it still looked like a totally reasonable half by North. I mean, they just go ahead and take it. The B setups, the passive setups have been pretty okay for MIBR. They've done some good stuff. But right now, they're maybe a bit too passive. They don't really have a lot of info on mid. As I say that, Phelps is actually peeking around the corner at Arch. These spots worked out well last time for MIBR.
Yeah, difference is no op in this equation.
And they have way less utility. So they dropped one of their 2 smokes at a minute. Inferno is notoriously known and also referred to as smoke strike.
Yeah.
2 smokes at a minute. Means this is going to be a whole lot easier of rounds for the T's unless a push comes out. The info is now back in MIBR's favor. They kill Valda. They know that he usually is at the opposite site. But the T's are still relatively split up.
Trying to prime themselves for what could be the B split. Bomb's going to double back to the base of Banana.
Oh, they've gotten arch control. This is obviously the most clear choke point to take. Whoa. Do they have smokes to follow up, though, as they push in?
coldzera. Oh, my God. I'm thinking there's an AUG going to scope in on him. That's a huge advantage. But AZ will still drop Taco from pit, and they know Cold's there because he's not on the kill feed.
Oh, my God.
Wow, man.
That was another really good flash.
North with the sleight of hand. Cadian just deletes Fallen. Man advantage up still, and MIBR close enough to try and force the retake, but with the little that they hang on to and the little that they have in the bank, it's got to be a tempting double log save. North about to tie things up at 6 apiece. Ooh, unless they catch them on the exits, there's still time for the retake. Theoretically, there's time for the retake. Fur, he's just going to try to gun his way forward, but Phelps wants nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I mean, how could he know
It's
he's going
fair.
to get those kills?
Yeah. It's one of those situations where it's like, they probably should never have a chance, but then once you do, Fur has to go for it. You know, once he gets 2 kills, he's got to try to do the single-handed 1v3.
Yeah, Cadian could have been at Arch, and then maybe it just gets a defuse for no reason, but not the case. So Phelps hold on to his gun, probably a sensible decision, and North go ahead and win a round. Very nicely done. The rotate back to be the way that they took Arch. They just had a feeling it would be open, I suppose. That was just super smart by them. They walked the whole way, and coldzera did get a kill, but they still got info that Moto was clean, all of Arch was clean, Library, CT spawn, no one was spotting that, and that it was probably majority beef at that moment. And then from there, just went ahead, took the site, and off of a great flash, killed coldzera and then Taco and Pit.
We do have that one AUG still in play from Phelps. And I like that they try to use it, you know, utilize him early.
Oh, that was smart. Kirby was super smart there. I mean, he could have ran up and tried to trade long
Chase
haul
AUG.
as they were running back. But yeah, was so aware. Oh my God, okay. He was just, wow. He was so aware that they maybe had played 3 in halls.
Listen, we've had 2 rounds for North that they win with just pistols, so maybe it's about time that MIBR get one back of their own, but hold on, maybe I speak too soon.
That was, again, smart by Kirby.
Because even in the 4v2, North find the timing to push their way up lane. Now, Kirby has 1 point of health. And he has been the difference maker. 3 kills currently on him, and still 2 to possibly take. Taco, as smoke fades, is just going to creep into the bomb site. Hopes that somebody extends. Now, he knows that Gade's head is there, but he shoots. Gade's still not even going to react. Eventually does, but, I mean, hot damn, Taco with ample opportunity.
Kind of did, yeah. Had a couple of chances there for sure.
And Kirby, the big difference maker, in a round that looked like MIBR were about to rob back.
Yeah, that was sick. You know, the way that he came in repick lane after, yeah, it was just 2 free lineup kills. They thought, okay, they're going to panic. They're going to run to the site, try to get a plant, go for the post plant. Kirby's like, prime opportunity to make it a 2v2.
This was from 2 rounds ago.
Yeah. So it's an oldie but a goodie. North are in the lead.
Yep. A T side that has turned tail. Got to be cautious of that app's presence. MIBR have had coldzera positioned in boiler a couple times, and remember the aggressive AUG play in the last round is where they got their first big win. But here we go, already on the cusp of the site. Taco down after just 1, and coldzera beneath him is not going to be pressured from lane at the very same time. So he's found himself a bit of room to wiggle with. Knows that AZ's over here, but loses his duel. The Korean comes out on top, and Fallen, charging through smoke, is going to lose his life as well. Now there is the fast banana flank to the top of mid. He's gone. Fur about to push inwards, but Phelps is 1 step ahead of the game, and so it is all so disjointed. Fallen alone. Fur alone. Phelps alone. 3 separate engagements here in what was a 3v3.
Those entries are pretty sick, though, huh?
Yeah.
They've been really doing a good job of bullying their way to halls, like playing it patiently, making MIBR make rash decisions. Here, Bomb has to cross on no nades, so Fur is probably just scratching his head right now, like, why are they taking their time? Maybe he understands that they need to get out of pit. It's actually kind of a common situation. Oh, opportunity for a kill, but he gives him just a shoulder. Really well done. And yeah, you know, it's totally fair to criticize MIBR and the way that they like kind of peak those in those fights, but seriously, North these are not easy fights to win. Even coldzera, I mean, he's not expecting help. He's like, this is my angle. I'm meant to stop everyone from coming out of halls, and like they're doing a good job of isolating them, forcing them to peak, being just patient enough, but not overly patient. I think really where North are like the worst are when they need to just 5v5 execute later in the round, but that doesn't seem to be an issue for them right now. Yeah, this is their choice of map. Ooh. Gate sits on a nade.
Come on, give me them shotgun kills.
Oh boy. He's good.
Oh boy. Indeed.
Oh boy.
He's completely blind as well. Poor guy. The fire at his feet, flash in the eyes.
Yeah, there have been great utility use from North. Really good.
That is true. Still blown away by AZ's flashbangs on that A site one time. Nice to see from North as well. You know,
I haven't casted them play in a long time, so I don't know. I've just seen the wheelchair memes.
Like, I feel like casting North at this moment, like, I don't understand how they were so close to being eliminated from this tournament.
It's probably just because MIBR making them look good. But but the flashes are really good and stuff.
Yeah. I also don't know if they've turned it up from day to day. This is the first time we've had our eyes on them here in Shanghai.
Yeah, and the other interesting thing is that Evolve is not playing well, but then they are still. I don't know if he is in this match, but this match he's doing just fine. But yesterday or whatever.
Poor Taco alone on A.
That's be one hell of a hold.
Yeah, he hears the movement. And he's not going to do anything versus an AUG. So here we go. 15th round, the final chance at MIBR CT side, and they will be playing a 3v5 retake on the A site. They've got a smoke and no kits. 2 SMGs and a very real threat in Cadian. He's got the comfort of the library. Funny enough, that's where he kills Fallen. This is just a matter of time. I mean, this is North with 9, no doubt in my mind. Cadian playing with his food as he just bounces around the angles. Phelps, I'm sorry, friend, but I do not believe, and understandably so. North had won that round when they killed Taco for free on the A site. You know, that solo defender with all to do.
Yeah, he needs to go mental, kill 2 at least, do something crazy. Then they have a chance for the retake. But instead, North actually win this half, and they do it in good fashion. They have a bunch of rounds to look back on and be like, damn, that was pretty impressive. They had a lot of great utility usage, whether it was Banana, whether it was top mid. They were doing a good job of giving attention to both Banana and top mid in a lot of these rounds, making it unclear where they might go.
Yeah.
The firepower was there. MIBR didn't look bad to start this half off. They won 4 out of 5 rounds, 5 out of 6.
Which is the exact same story as to what we got on Overpass, right? We had on Overpass from a 5-1 score in the first half to a 5-10 finish, and this time it's from 5-2 to 6-9. So not that much better.
It's like the adapt. You get credit for being able to adapt. If you're North, you know, that's where they've really been the best.
Their adaptations have been a part of it, but I do also feel like this is one of the things we talk about with the new economy system, where it is easier to come back into games. So they weren't ever at a loss in terms of cash either.
Yeah, but
it's not it's more their adaptation.
It's harder to beat a better team though, right? So that doesn't matter.
But are MIBR the better team?
They're supposed to be, yeah.
It's supposed to be. Supposed to be. Second pistol. Already unfolding here. It's the heavy arch push versus Cadian, who, wow, manages to readjust on a Fallen's head. Gate has a chance off the flash, but he's being sandwiched. Still managing to get one. I feel like both of those kills coming out of North could have actually been empty-handed, because both situations were like a 1v3 from the CTs. But they've done enough. Shave down the numbers and delay the bomb plant long enough for the other North players to get into position on short. Fur is going to have a chance to tap heads, and he does so superbly. Vaulted down for the count. About half HP for the remaining MIB members. And wow, Phelps now alone. Back of the site. Kirby so tagged up, would be susceptible to death, but he thinks he's going to get pinched, and he is. It is North with the second pistol win. 10-6 to start their CT side.
Truly nasty shots from AZ. Fur took an off angle and pit. He's made himself hard to shoot. Thought that first kill looked so nice. He was ready for that fight for sure. North getting the double digits nice and early here. CT side, and we're off to the races. We don't even know how good their CT side is going to be. And we know And MIBR are just, they don't seem themselves on T side in general. Something fundamental going on where they have the maps, they've played these maps for a long time, but they're not using some of the same stuff we've seen them use before. So it feels like it's a bit of some remodeling going on in their camp, and that's causing them to have a bit of a slump at the moment. Smoke goes down to the bottom of Banana. There are 4 players here from North. Gade's up here in the halls, gets a nice fat nade off on Taco. But again, it is anti-eco territory. MIBR, all the patience. If North win this match, ladies and gentlemen, it'll be 2-0 and MIBR going home in group stages.
Oi. At a tournament where you most certainly put them in top 8.
Top
coming
3.
into it, you'd think.
Probably. But like you said, there's no Liquid, no Astralis.
Yeah, this is one of those. This is one of those prime opportunities.
If Blast never happened, they would be the favorite, if not the second best team,
After
or second
Ents.
favorite after
Yep.
Ents.
Very fair. A scout shot for 20 damage. That's what's taken down AZ so slightly. He is now supported by Kierby behind him. Frag in hand, and he just saw bodies starting to stack up. So the grenade's not going to do too much. The smoke could delay the inevitable.
15 seconds. They got to push through this.
Not going to be a comfortable position, and especially if North will cheat another player over. Valda comes in with a Molotov, so we've got 2 incendiaries about to be thrown down in the 15-second mark. These Ts are just going to get burnt to a crisp, if not executed on their entry. Sure, the Deagle of Cold Zera fires off, but we have 8 seconds up. Valda spams through smoke, and AZ's position uncontested. Easy round for North.
Super well done. Exactly like MIBR's anti-eco. They delayed their, well, it's actually an eco round. They delayed with smokes for a long time. They threw a Molotov down in front of it, forced in a late exec with like less than 10 seconds to go. There's not much that MIBR could have done in that situation. So not surprised that North won it and made it look so easy and clean. 11th round here for North. There is a buy up for MIBR. It consists of 3 AKs, 2 CZs, a good amount of utility. Again, this is T-side. Valda will go ahead and run halls here. So we'll get info on alt. I don't know if he goes out for the peak. There's no kill so far. Doesn't overstay his welcome either. Good early nade damage here for North on Banana. And we'll have a reshuffling of the CTs now that the early round is kind of coming to a close. Kirby crack spotting. There's not an op to worry about. Oh, he's not even going to use his smoke. Interesting. So Easy was nice and ready. Oh, it's a little bit of a one-way for him. Now maybe our turn back to A. This is good from them. They've shown presence. They've made it look convincing. I don't know if there's a swap going on or if they are going to overstack. Looks like they might. But what's MIBR's plan now? There's still enough time. They've still got smokes. They've still got 4 smokes, in fact. So they've done a lot for very little. 2 CTs, both on the right side of sight. Arch is wide open.
Deep Molotov. Now that's going to be a rotate.
Look at that. Yeah, they got the info.
Yep.
Super smart from North. Pick good timing there for that.
Good play to make it 45 seconds. Look how now they've
CTs are
just
in place.
clamped down on Arch.
Okay.
Oh, talking about good plays, there's a not so good one.
Oh, going B. Could be smart. 25 seconds. Time will go low. They've got a player over at Emo. Probably the best spot for him to be in. AZ will have to do something amazing right now.
Fact is, too, Valda just picks up the kill at the A site, so it is a 3v3. The other CTs have to come, and AZ. Oh, wow! 2 headshots, that's so fast it have fallen, and he nearly gets the 3rd one, but he's done all the heavy lifting. 2 kills and drops Taco to 4 HP. Taco's going to come off the bomb plant and nail Valda to the wall, so it's Gade v Taco. Huge health advantage here for North. But the element of the surprise also plays into his hand. He has crept up from Banana, and Taco's having none of it. He just needs the headshot, and it's not going to happen. North winning the round, all thanks to AZ.
Nasty. he had to get those kills. There was no other way. That bomb down with a man advantage situation, the late rotates in from A, and bomb would have ticked too low. That was so sick from him.
Oh, cue that to the highlight reel.
Yeah, and they killed. I mean, MIBR made the right play. They killed 2, rotating in from B. So the late round information gathering from North was smart. They got top banana control. Then they quickly moved 2 players over to B, but they were incorrect about how long MIBR would take to set up at A. They thought they would have a few more seconds. So Cadian kind of just pulls out his knife, dies for no reason, and then there's really nothing to do but besides leave AZ and see if he can get kills, because they can't rotate out knowing that Arch has been taken.
Yep. It all unfolds, and it's left us with a score of 12-6 to the favor of North. 5 back in for MIBR, 5 AKs included. They're going to take a lot of early damage, but they do still have the opening pick. They're low on utility, but how did that happen?
I don't even know. I don't know if he... Oh, okay. Oh, my God. I think he jumped out of halls, maybe?
Either that or he came out Boiler just past Cadian, who like...
But Boiler was smoked, right?
Yeah, I think I think there's a chance he walked through the smoke, and it was just one of those moments where Cadian, didn't have eyes on the edge.
Yeah.
It was either that or, yes, he falls out from halls and...
Disgusting.
Valda shakes his head in a quizzical look, understandably. Has to ask, Cadian, how'd you die? Oh. Your guess is good as
Whatever,
mine.
Dude.
So, that's a hell of a chance back for MIBR.
That's cool. Yeah, I mean, they could have been kind of foggy about what was going on. They're just losing these rounds. They're not putting the rifles together. And then all of a sudden, Fur makes a play for them. That can bring spirits up. MIBR will at least get 7.
And a good chance at an 8th. North's cash is strapped.
Yeah. We'll see if the 2 guns they have influence them into forcing behind it. There's like not much value in forcing to try to steal back the economy anymore.
Right.
But they still do it.
All right.
They still go for it. Lots of money here for MIBR.
I feel like Inferno is forgiving with SMGs.
Sure.
So, a slightly less sharp edge. And they're going to play proactive. Going to get up inside of the apartments. Exceptional way to mitigate the disadvantage of an SMG. Taco. Oh, this is going to be close. But Valde can't make that readjustment down fast enough. Not only was he just off the mark, but it was also a crouch peek. Now it's over towards Banana that Cadian trades back with the CZ. Puts down a Molotov and upgrades into the AUG as he sits on bomb. He's just going to goose egg it.
Critical. I wonder if Gade heard anything. So he's sitting up in halls. He knows that all this has gone down at B.
Wow.
The B's have kind of started to move around frantically. But can they call that someone's lurked away into CT spawn? There's still 2 up here on Banana. Gade, what have you learned? Or have you just stayed here in halls?
Yeah, I mean, by the way, he's scared.
He might, I mean, if he didn't hear anything, I'm surprised he didn't move. Because the bomb is here. His position is going to be, it quickly becomes more obsolete.
Yeah, he is not in this play at all.
Okay.
Fur's wary of a flank upon his flank.
There we go.
At the same time, as the CTs, they're going to abandon this Banana position, which was really good for them because now Fur's flank is not so big.
No, it's fine because, well, for North, because Gate is at the bottom of B, it kind of has them just contained.
He didn't see Cadian. Oh, Fur didn't see Cadian, but Cadian didn't see him either. Oh, and still he picks up that kill. That's awkward. But with 14 seconds left, they've just now picked up bomb. Gade cleared from behind. Fallen, very wary of a player in the corner, but they don't realize AZ's over on Coffin, so he's won this.
No time?
He's won this.
Oh, he can just stop this, yeah.
Done.
And then
just needs
run.
to hide, and he's got it. That's North with a 13th round.
Once again, winning the rounds by himself, basically. I mean, there's team effort there, but he absolutely needs to make sure he didn't die in his specific position. MIBR had no idea where to find him, and he used that to his advantage.
Man,
up until the last second.
Such gnarly timing going on there. Like,
Yeah.
Fur not activating his flank.
At least he gets that kill.
Yeah,
Like,
sure,
yeah.
right. But, I mean, I feel like if Fur was pushed more forward on the site, if he wasn't so worried about Gade coming in from behind him, then we would have had the 2 CTs just pinched on Banana. And even though they were waiting for a CT peek, I mean, that's a 3 versus 2, completely boxed in, very difficult for the counter-terrorists to hang on. But because Fur's hesitant, they fall back into the bomb site as Gade finally decides to activate. His flank pays off for 1 kill. Wild late round situation.
Yeah, there's so much.
So many elements to that.
It's so circumstantial for in all of their minds.
Yeah.
You know, Fur's like, okay, well, have we taken long enough that they're expecting this now? Fallen's just basically been shooting his op madly at the bottom of Banana over and over again. It's like, is this obvious now that they're trying to delay? Are they going to come and spot me? You know, if I die, the round is definitely over. But then how much time can I take?
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's aggressive, and it's very successful. They also have info on Taka, who now is just squeezed out of position, has to go all the way back. Smoke at bottom mid as well. Power play here from North to potentially take 14.
Yeah, looking to finish this one quick. No respect in the 21st round. Going to boost Cadian up, and Gade has managed to catch Taco. It looked like it wouldn't be too bad, as they were still in just that 5v4, but I like that North continue on. You know, they keep up that pressure. Fallen, desperate for something on the B site, will be dropped by KRB and Cold Zera 1v5. Disrespectful round coming out of North, but they nailed it.
This is insane, man. North again. They're potentially eliminating MIBR in this situation. Like, this is crazy.
At least he's not dealing with all 4 CTs at the same moment right now. Smoke and Molly for the plant. They are going to rush him. He seemed ready for it, but nothing he can do.
This match could be the turning point, you know, where the storylines and narrative start to change around MIBR. Like how confident they are that this is a one-off or that this is a small downturn. You know, this is a really big loss, and they just do not look good as they're losing. And you know, I hate to use North as kind of the butt of the joke in some sense, but to lose to North as well.
Right, yeah, a team that's also very much struggling as of late.
Right, in general.
But MIBR going to get cut down by Cadian, trying to just keep this one straightforward to that B bomb site. Mac 10's out. We saw them try to close rounds in the first half with Mac 10s, but then Valdez flanked down middle. I mean, no map control when you just run 5 players down Banana, so what do you expect? Whoa. Spam damage going to be to the favor of Valda, and KRB clears it too. This is another 5 players up for North at the end of a round.
Feels like there's almost no hope left over. MIBR will have to dig deeper than ever. Imagine if they got their way out of this one. It would be absolutely phenomenal. But North look good. They just look good. They don't look like they're just coming to buy these rounds for free.
Nope.
They're playing solid. They're throwing great flashes. Again, we've seen so many lopsided games where the winning team didn't look like they were much better. It was just the other team was bad. In this situation, it looks like MIBR are not themselves, and North are playing extraordinarily well. So, you know, definitely credit to them. And it would make the comeback that much more exciting. But it really looks like North could be coming up on one of the last few rounds of the match here. At least here, MIBR, they take some damage, but they get the early 5v4. They've moved in the halls now. CTs are not really on the right side of the map at all, which is kind of nuts, to be honest. Not a single player in pit, no one watching for halls or lane, and they don't have full info on mid.
Yeah, very much conditioned to go to that Banana fight, but Cadian's not going to realize A is already underneath the feet of MIBR.
They don't even know that A site's been totally taken, but North are going to go ahead and save. So just the early gamble once they lose a player. Yep. They did some damage. They thought the round was going to be much longer.
Hey, we literally saw this exact same situation on Overpass where North saved 3 players when they could have forced a round.
Yeah,
and then
that's true.
They closed out right after. So let's see if the buyback will finish off the Brazilians.
Yeah, they've got actually lots of money, so they've got more than one buy left over, plus the round loss bonus, which won't be that high.
They've got the rounds to lose, however. Could still easily deny MIBR those double digits. How much are the Brazilians willing to lose?
They probably don't want to. Like, they're going after North. They just got such a big comeback amount. I would first worry about how much they have in the bank, because they're not even going to get a full buy on Fallen after this. Just like chill for a second, you know? Like, you haven't won yet.
Hang out.
You're not like in the lead right now.
Let's finish this.
We got him on the ropes, guys.
7 more map points to go. Big buy for both sides. This is what you want. Potentially finishing on the full-fledged gun round.
Everyone's kind of got like this middling ADR on MIBR between 74 and 56. Basically all just like average to bad.
Yeah, but that's not what you want from
You need at
this
least
lineup,
one standout,
right?
you know? One standout is like a few more rounds.
They're not meant to be average.
Oh, another aggressive play down mid. That works out. They've got, oh, Cadian falling back for another. Can he make it 3? Came alive in the last round of overpass.
Man, they are just force-feeding themselves into him. Casper Moeller with a couple of kills. And a safety net. And the fact that he can just keep his eyes up on mid, actually has teammates with him here on A, so it's not just going to be that flood out from apartments. MIBR facing 7 map and match points on tournament life in a 3v5. You know, this is those classic moments where we used to say, like, with this team, like, they're never out until it's over. But we haven't seen a reason to believe. Taco's going to try to engulf the pit with flames. Gade replaces it with smoke. And while the smoke goes down on Arch side, MIBR still looking to favor lane very heavily. In fact, it's an all-in. Gades have to change position over towards small pit. Does have support in Valda with the graveyard stairs. Now that's where we saw Phelps kind of drop the ball at times. Maybe Valda will do the same. Phelps, excellent. Gets Gade out of the corner because of the flash from Taco, but then Valda activates and knows Cold Zera just dropped. Last players in pit, and the last players down, as are MIBR. North eliminating them in a 2-0 fashion here in Shanghai.
It is a major event with a very fair format with top teams that are not Liquid and Astralis, and MIBR are out in groups and to North no less. This is an insane loss for them. This is something that that'll take a long time to digest. It's really feeding into this storyline that this is not the same MIBR that we're used to seeing, that this lineup has issues. We came into this match talking about how if somebody loses, they might have to think about a roster change just because of it's another result that to tack on to a series of losses and bad results that are not acceptable for this caliber of team.
I mean, you take away their major run, right? And the 2 events we've seen since are going to be Blast Sao Paulo, where they went 0-5 in the round robin and lost the show match, if you put any weight on that. Follow up here to Shanghai. Sure, they won their first game versus Panda Gaming, but then eat losses versus Renegades, NRG, and now North. North, a team that found themselves just yesterday fighting for their life in the 0-2 stage, with losses versus teams that you could argue shouldn't have happened.
Yeah,
so
went the OT versus Pain, you know.
If Sao Paulo is a disappointment for MIBR, then I think StarSeries is even worse.
For sure, and it's best of 3s. Again, it's fair. And, you know, Renegades, yeah, they went 3-0.
But
NRG, they played well as well.
Yep.
But North, this is the time, you know.
That's it. I want to kind of steer the conversation to North for a second, because even though they were 0-2 in the group, we've seen miraculous runs at times before, and if we can see North, what they showed today, continue on in this tournament like that, then I think there's a lot to praise. You know, individual plays look great. The team play was excellent. The flashbang's fantastic. I'm all for it. So props to North on their victory, and consolation to MIBR. They are gone. But folks, we're going to take a break before we come back with our second best of 3 of the day here on the B stream. We're going to see you guys there.
Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to CS.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
I'll take that. Yes. Hells yes. Oh, armed and dangerous. Oh, hell yes.
Hellcase. Big update and new features in the case battles. Updated and convenient interface with new options. Up to 4 users can participate in one battle now. Create and customize your battles any number, and any type of cases. Choose the number of participants and invite your friends with a unique link. Watch the best drop and win everything. Don't miss epic battles on Hellcase.
Place your bets at gg.bet. Most popular esports titles. Deposit with convenient payment options. Cool mini games. And 24/7 support for players. Sign up now for the best esports bets at gg.bet.
Did you know that when you make a trade on CS Money website, there is much more going on than meets the eye? The adventure begins here. And that's how trades are done on CS Money.